What's up, guys? It's Depano TV here with the Scion Orobot minion stacking guide, the out of the average build. No one thought it could be done. Well, I'm here to show you you can be an Orobot and stack minions and clear your own maps and support your friends all in one build. Um, I'm gonna first demonstrate a Forge of the Phoenix. It has physical damage reduction. The monsters do more damage. Reduce crit. I'm currently using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 auras, 1 aspect, 1 buff from my Harbinger, couple buffs from my Animate, a buff from my Ascendancy. We're just buffing everybody out here. Um, so I am indeed my full form Orobot. I have changed, instead of using a stabilizing scepter, I have crafted myself a minion type scepter so I can still maintain my smiting abilities while, you know, putting off the putting off the vibe that I'm a like a necromancer or a minion mancer of some type. This if you hold alt on this, you have the temple double damage. You have +1 all spell skills, +2. Um, you have the Iceling minion attack and cast speed and aspect of the spider. So it's a 5 modded item. The increased lightning damage, unfortunately, does not affect our build. Now, if you have a moment, you know, to listen to this video, there's going to be a lot of information. Um, so what does the +2 do on this weapon? The +2 on this weapon hits the enhance, and it makes the enhance go from level 4 to level 6. Level 6 enhance gives 40 quality to the supported gems, while level 4 only gives 24. So it's quite a big upgrade. And when you add quality to a gem like Phase Run, it gives you 21 additional more movement speed when you add level 6 quality. And when you add 40 quality to a gem like Divergent Purity of Element, it gives you 2% more pen before aura effect. So if I have 300% aura effect and I have 3 elemental pen, well, that's going to turn into 9. 3 times 3 equals 9. So this weapon is a little weird. It allows me to go fast, keep up with everyone, keep that fast look that you saw me have on week 1 and week 2. Um, I'm not as fast, obviously, but it gives you that feel that I'm quite fast with the 71% increased movement speed phase run. And in week 1, week 2, I wasn't running Purity of Elements. You know, when you're running high aura effect with Purity of Fire, Purity of Ice, Purity of Lightning, you're gonna probably be above your reses. So Purity of Elements is not really needed. However, when you are a Scion Ascendancy in this game, you get benefits for running more auras. And that is because you're a witch or a necromancer, I mean. So auras from your skill grant 2% increased attack speed. So each time you have an aura up, you're scaling that. It's multiplicative with the amount of auras you have. So just turning on Purity of Elements gives them a little bit of attack and cast speed. However, now with the introduction of the highest alternate quality gems, Purity of Elements gives penetration. And alternate gems without being linked to enhance are almost never worth it. So it's very important that if you have to pick and choose the gems that you want to use carefully. And if they are going to be alternate, you really want to consider linking them to enhance. So this next part of the video is quite important, and I'm going to talk about my boots and why I think they are so good, and they kind of made this build work this league for me. And I didn't really get to address them in the last video, so I'm going to explain it right now. Adding a level to enhance, or adding 2 levels to enhance, buffs the quality. So I have boots that are high ES with the corruption +1 socketed gems. Earlier before the stream, I got you a search. I'm gonna link the search in the video below in the links. But you're looking at 5C, 30C, all the way up to 1x, and some people even 10x. But Synchecks are good enough. And what +1 does, again, it lets you go up a level on enhance. And this is going to be scaling your Divergent Determination and your Anomalous Dreadbanner. Don't mind this gem right here, but these are the 2 important ones that you're gonna want to keep space for in your boots, if you have the correct corruption. And what does Divergent Determination do? It scales off of your Grace. So if you have Grace affecting you as an aura bot, it will take 5% of what Grace does, which is evasion rating basically, and turn it into extra armor. And armor is the one thing a Scion aura bot lacks. It's mitigation, physical mitigation. So you need to scale this as best as possible. Anomalous Dreadbanner. It gives you 5 at the very bottom. The quality goes from 2% less damage to 5%. And if you remember what I said, with 300% effect, these effects at the bottom of the gems, they get 3 times. They get tripled. So instead of 5% extra evasion, you get 15% extra evasion if you got your 90% cap res as an aura bot. And another way to see that is you have Purity of Lightning. Normal builds go up to 75 resistance. This is telling you that this is giving you 5% more. So you'd be at 80. But if you actually look at my resistances, I'm at 90. So that means I'm getting the 3 times the effect of what it's telling me on my tooltip. That's another way to fact check what I just said. So we get Dreadbanner for the less 15% damage for nearby enemies, and we have Divergent Determination for extra evasion rating as extra armor linked to enhance. That is a deadly combo, so as long as you have Grace running somewhere outside of your chest piece and these 3 gems with a +1, you're going to be feeling a lot better, and that's where you're going to start seeing this mitigation. 81% mitigation while I'm standing still. Now, if I turn off my determination, look at that. I have 0 armor, 689. And just by turning on just determination, I gain 10,100 armor. If I didn't have this on, physical damage in this game would hurt me significantly. And now I'm at 81%. If you push Y in this game, you can start to click into your Pantheon, and as you can see, I've upgraded my Soul of Lunaris. I have physical reduction for nearby enemies up to 8%. So if there's 8 enemies nearby me, I have 8% physical mitigation, and avoid projectiles that have changed. Well, go back into my defenses. 81 plus 8%. Well, that's almost cap. 90% is your cap. Another thing you can see is if I hit my class together, we have 90%. And we have tons more armor. So my defenses are almost fully capped because of these boots, these 30C boots with very expensive alternate gems in there. Divergent Determination, I think it's 4 to 5, 6x at the moment in League, unleveled, uncorrupted. Enhance is not too expensive, 1x maybe. Dread Banner is probably, under an X, but this one is quite expensive. Now there's more gems than this one that kind of add to this effect. Well, we have Anomalous Flesh and Stone. 15% increase evasion rating and armor. Well, that's really, really, really good. That is actually doing exactly what we want. So, Anomalous Flesh and Stone synergizes really, really well with the determination that we had chosen, the Divergent Determination. So I would like you to keep that in mind as well. So I feel like I did a pretty good job about explaining the boots. Now let me explain my build and why I think it's really, really cool. Why I think it's special. It is I maintain my aura bot, but with 1, 2, 3, 4 main gem swaps, a weapon swap, and a helm swap, basically. I've created my aura bot to be an aura bot and a minion bot. Originally, when I made the helmet, I was competing with something like this, an Alpha House. Well, Alpha House has +2. It has 8% reduced reserve and cannot be frozen. So the most I can get for reduced reserve is 7% on my helm with elevated reservation. And you can get +2 on the helm if you acing +2. But I realized I don't need +2 anymore. To hit the cap, to get the +5 resistance on your auras, they need to be level 23. The purities. So if you get 21s and you +2 them, they're 23s. Well, my helm, I only have a +1. I crafted +1. And that's enough because I have +1 all spells on my weapon. I still hit that 23 cap without needing the +2. And that's why I was okay with the +1 raised zombies and skeletons when I hit it. So I lost 1% reservation, but I also got a mod that says nearby enemies take 9% increased elemental damage. And that's a very interesting mod. That's just a 9% more multiplier. Because enemies, if you're doing elemental damage on enemies, they're going to take 9% more damage. It's different than penetration, but it's similar. It's very similarly worded. My helmet has an enchant. It has increased minion damage. It has 1% less reserve, but it has a damage mod on it. But now I've lost immunity to freeze. So overall, I would say this helmet for an aura bot is better than an alpha house. So as you can see, I'm maintaining my aura bot physique, but I'm also starting to really look like a minion mancer. Now, my old weapon was a stabilizing scepter. It allowed me to use my Vasquez a little bit faster. And it was pretty good. I found trying to craft better than this league, where it had the mods I wanted as an Orabot, was going to be quite difficult. So, although Vengeant Bane is a great weapon and it's okay, I think that my weapon is comparable, gives every one of my auras 1 level, gives quality to purity of elements to make it, viable. 9 pen is not something to blink at. And it also gives double damage to my minions. it still allows me to use Aspect of Spider. I don't have Elemental Equilibrium, unfortunately. So I have to lose 1 point on the tree and spec into it. But overall, I think it's, very comparable to my old weapon, my new weapon. The big thing I did lose, however, is using my Berserk setup. If you guys remember in the beginning of the league, I was using Berserk and a Triumvirate Ring. As you guys have seen this league, Triumvirate Rings are amazing. This one I like for me the best. It let me use two uses of Val Grace. Back then I was running Malevolence because I was playing with Spark. The duration of my Val Grace was so long. It almost felt like it was 30 seconds, I believe. And I had two of them. So it was 1 whole minute of Val Grace, and I had 5 seconds downtime before it started to recharge. So I felt very, very safe when I was using this ring. So I had to drop these rings, and I made these rings. These have Feeding Frenzy, Awaken Elemental Focus, Awaken Minion Damage, Awaken Spell Echo. Now, this is a very expensive Hungry Loop ring. And I did it again. Awaken Spell Echo, Awaken Minion Damage, Volley, and Pierce. So, I feel like I've been talking a lot, but there's a lot of information. So I'm going to do this Phoenix map, and I'm going to go ahead and put it in. Currently, I have 3 Spectres out. I have my Harbinger out. I have my Animate Guardian out. One really cool thing is my Animate Guardian has 198 increased minion life in the blue text at the bottom. 21, 23 Divergent. So I'm on my Orobot. But I'm also clearing a tier 16 Awakener 9 Guardian map.
Win back your pride, challenger.
Now, what just happened? So as you can see, if I hit my smite on them, my minions have penetration because of the elemental equilibrium. The damage is not terrible. There was replenishing life from the Maven Beacon. But I had my Val Summon Skeleton saved up, and I got 2 fragments. Not too bad, not too bad. So what did we just see there? Like, what just happened? What was doing damage? How much damage was being done? What were we seeing? Pow! We have 8 skellies that equal 3.4 million Shaper DPS. And we have 3 Slave Jabbers that are equal 3 million Shaper DPS, right? So we have a total of 6.4 million Shaper DPS. And then SDPS. Then we have Val Skellies. Plus Val Skellies. Pretty cool. How do we know we have that much damage? Using a program called Path of Building. Community Fork Edition. So we have our slave drivers. They're doing this lightning surge, which is the lightning ability that they do when they're with me. They're at 1.1 million. If you look in config, we don't have any funky stuff. They were hit by fire damage, so I had smite the ground with fire damage on the boss. There's Shaper Guardian. We have nothing checked here. We do unnerve, by the way. Our Convocation, it does unnerve enemies for 4 seconds. But we decided we don't want to boost up our damage too much. So we unclicked it. We do have the enemy being affected by 3 spider stacks, which is aspect of the spider. We have the enemy, we have Feeding Frenzies active, which is activated by Feeding Frenzy gem. And we have Slipstream activated, which is activated by our Harbinger. Again, none of the funny stuff clicked, right? And the raw DPS of our Lightning Surge Slave Driver is 1 million. If we change it to skeletons, we have our cold projectiles at 417. We have our lightning projectiles at 520. And we have our fire projectiles at 262. So when you add those all up and you divide by 3, the average is around 420. So we're doing a lot of damage. Serious, a good amount of damage, in my opinion. So I guess just to give you guys a small recap, it's important to get the +1 on your boots and put your alternate gems there. And it's important to make sure to get at least 2 levels globally or locally to your purities, so they're at level 23. I'm gonna import export. I'm gonna generate a POB and share this at the bottom of the video. But if you guys have any other questions or want me to make more videos on Aura bots, or if there's something I can show you guys that I forgot to show you in this video, please just comment below. Reach out to me on Discord. If you go to my stream, you type in !Discord, you can reach me on Discord. You can reach me on the comments. You can reach me on Twitch. Any way you want, I'll be available for you. I'll try my best. So, if I haven't said it to you guys on YouTube, thank you guys so much for watching me and supporting me. My goal is to help you guys as much as I can. And you guys remind me how like rewarding that is. So I really, really wanted to just say thank you one more time. And sorry for having a long, drawn out 23-minute video. But I really love my Aura bot and I want us to share it with you guys. And I hope you guys learned something from it to help your Aura bot. All right, I will see you guys soon on stream. And I will talk to you guys later. It's Friday, so have a good weekend.